Welcome back to Bucks County. It's a rainy, miserable day, but our silage pit can be open. So that's good. I am really excited to see how the white tractor actually performs pulling the loading wagon through the silage pit here. It is the next in-game day, if you haven't noticed. And our corn also just became ready to harvest as well, so that's convenient. But we got to get this pit emptied first before we would even have room to put any of the silage that we get off the corn. So let me just try to get this. There we go. Perfect. This thing worked beautifully, to be honest with you. I used the white tractor to compact the pit, and anytime something spilled out, just use the Volvo here, and it worked out beautifully. In today's episode, I'm hoping to get this silage sold, buy some more oats because we are out of oats, and maybe even 2 more horses. The reason being is we've got 2 horses now, which are maturing at a pretty good rate to the point where we could sell them in another 3 or 4 episodes or so. But I'd like to get another 2 going on so we can keep the horses as almost a more steady income. I think that would be ideal for us, short term and long term. And as it sits right now, I don't think the cost would be too much more greater to get 2 extra horses right off the bat. Let me just fill their water up while I'm thinking about it. Maybe I don't have to fill their water up. So our horses are doing good. They're both worth over $20,000 now. Like I said, we do need to get them more food. Beet pulp 60% and hay 40%. Super feed 40%. So if we really wanted to, we could also get into like sugar beets or whatnot to maybe make that into a thing. But we still need to get a baler to be able to start producing our own hay. And eventually, when we get a harvester of some sort, pick up straw. I'm not sure if we give them straw, if they will be worth more money faster. I'm not sure. Someone let me know down below in the comments if you give horses straw. I forgot how horrible the brakes are on this thing. If you give horses straw, does that make them worth more money faster or not? Let me know down below. So, from how easy this was putting it all in here, I'm assuming this is not going to be a challenge, and it doesn't seem to be. He drove over that perfectly fine. Now, to be honest with you, the International normally did the first bit fine too, but let's see what kind of price we've got for silage at the moment. It's going down. Wonderful. $209, that's a pretty good price at the Richland Feed and Seed Mill Bales. That's a mouthful of a name. So that will be the best price that we currently have. And just as a reminder, the biogas plant pays out $200 per 1,000 liters as well on the hard difficulty. So we got to get up there. It's a fairly long trip. So might as well just get at it. We have a top speed of 22 mile an hour, which is faster than the 18 of the International. So it won't take quite as long, but it will still take a while for a commute back and forth with this loading wagon. I think we had 80-some thousand liters in that silage pit. So, a couple of trips. Just a couple. Just pulling on into the place here now. And looks like the trigger is out back for this. Hopefully it takes loose materials and not just bales. And it just takes bales. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Drove all this way Well, that's a shame. I guess we're gonna have to stay busy doing something else today because all the prices are still going down, and there's no sense of selling all our silage at a low discounted price when we definitely could use the money for something else. So I guess I'll see you back at the farm, running back with my tail between my legs. So, back at the farm, gotta figure out something else to do today. So, as much as I was hoping, I actually came into this episode, I was like, you know what, Toe Man? We start almost every episode off with cutting down trees and sending them off to the sawmill to sell, which then gives us an influx of cash to make it through the episode. I don't want to do that today, and guess what? It's raining, it's shitty out, and our silage prices are in the crapshoot. So guess what we get to do today, boys and girls? That's right. Cut down some more trees. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy lumber. Well, that definitely makes everything look a little bit different. We've cleared out pretty much everything between the barn and the barn. The, the shop and the barn. Yeah, this is also a pretty good load of wood. So I'm hoping we're gonna make some pretty good coin from it. As of right now, I don't have any immediate plans for today on what we would need the money on or for, but there's definitely a lot of things in the works that I want to do down the road. It's just that not too many of them will come to fruition in this episode. But you're definitely going to want to stay tuned to keep up to date with all the progress. And the best way to do that is to hit that big red subscribe button there at the bottom of your the bottom of this video. And I'm pretty sure there's a bell right next to it. I'm pretty sure you can click that and then it'll give you a notification every time I upload. It's a fancy thing down there. Apparently YouTube actually recommends that. So, if YouTube recommends it, that means I must recommend it as well. And plus, if you are going to subscribe and you want to keep up to date with all these videos, it obviously means that you like some aspect of said video, whether that be me rambling on or just the content itself. So, if that's the case, there's a button down there, a little thumbs up button, like button, whatever you'd like to call it. Hit that button too. It means a lot to me. So, take your guesses on how much money this is actually going to bring us in. I'm going to guess 22,000. I think that's how much money we made the last time. So, I think that's a fairly standard guess now. I can't even remember exactly how many trees we cut down. But we are definitely overloading this truck a lot. She's a little squirrely, very squirrely, especially in this rain. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Do not try this at home, kids. Bad things will happen. So, we'll see you once we get to the lumber mill. Well, that didn't take long for a catastrophic failure to happen. Can I back out of this? There we go. Thank you, diff lock, which this truck probably would not have anyways. So, back at the sawmill here. I'm going to stay true with my guess of 22,000. $20,889. Close, no cigar. Extra $1,200, almost $1,100 was off, but not too bad, all things considering. Let's head around back to the farm, and I'll see you there. That's a good enough spot for it, I think. Let's, even though it's raining and we'll get wet, let's hop on the International here and grab the plow and make that into a usable field, because there's no sense of just cutting down all the trees and clearing out land to not take advantage of any said new space. And I also feel like this tractor is just better suited for this little plow, mainly because having a little 5-furrow plow on the back of the white tractor is overkill, and I think it just wouldn't look super great. You know, being such a big tractor on such a small plow, taking it that this plow is barely 3 meters or barely 2 meters wide. So, let's set this down, allow create fields. I think I just enabled, I did. Perfect. And let's start creating a new field. I want to leave a little bit of room from our pre-existing field so we can kind of see the different color texture on the ground there. The darker stuff is the grass field that we already have established. I want to leave enough room that we can get a vehicle down in case we ever want to expand our field out further that way. Eventually we'll cut down a few more of these trees and we can make this field a little bit bigger itself. But for right now, we'll just kind of dodge around them. And I'm going to want to leave a decent amount of room along this path right here, just to be able to get things in and out from this barn. It's not going to be a massive field by any means right now, but a small field is better than no field. Or at least I hope. That's normally been my motto. Some sort of a field is better than no field. Yeah, we could cut this for grass again, but you want to, have it as a field so you can actually fertilize it as well. Make it so it's the best bang for your buck. I know it's kind of counterproductive plowing in grass to replant grass, but we're not going to plant grass into this field. I have an idea. I'm not sure if it's a good idea yet, but it's an idea nonetheless. So, I'm going to stick with it. And to be honest, I'll tell you the idea. And if you think it's a bad idea, let me know down below. But it's an idea I want to try. Call me crazy, but I want to do sugar beets. Now, I know what you're saying. That there's a lot of costs that go in with sugar beets because the harvester's so expensive. And you would be right. But what if I told you there was this new fancy mod that I literally just found on the Mod Hub that's pretty much what one of the small potato harvesters is. Yeah, it'll pull beets right out of the ground and leave it on the ground. Very small working width, I think it's a meter. So doing a small field is probably our better bet. I do not want to try to do a very large field at 1 meter working width. And as long as we have row crop tires on our vehicle, we should be alright by the looks of the picture. And now that I'm thinking of it, I don't think this tractor has row crop tires. See, and this is why I talk to you guys about this stuff, because you're probably smarter than me, and you probably have already yelled at your screen saying, "Toeman, you're dumb. You don't have row crop tires," and I am just realizing that now. So, thank you for that. Maybe this is why people talk to themselves. Maybe I've been missing out on actually talking to myself all along. Let me know. Do you think I'm crazy? Or do you think I'm just leaning into this making YouTube content thing like anyone would? And there we go. But it always seems to take longer than what you think it's going to, especially using this plow, since it is. I know it says that it's like 3.5 meters, but it's far from it. Basically, it's only that wide when you are turning to the right. So, but that field is done, and now I think would be a good time to go and buy 2 more horses. And once we get back with those horses, we'll have to take a run up to the shop and get some more oats and probably some more hay, because we're gonna need both. More horses means more food, just like anything. You get more of it, you're gonna need more things to take care of them. So I'll see you up at the animal dealer. So I can't remember exactly what horses we already had, but I'm going to do a gray horse and I'm going to do a pinto horse. Just seems like a good one to do. I'm going to confirm that. That's $10,000. There they are. Get that gate closed. And we'll get these guys put back in the horse stable, or the barn if you'd like to call it. I was about to call it their forever home, but it's not going to be their forever home. That's the kind of the whole point of having horses in this series, is to have them just long enough to where they're actually worth something and then get rid of them. Hence why we're buying 2 more. Just to try to keep that cycle a little bit more occurrent or regular. A little bit more regular of a cycle, I guess would be the proper way to say it. And I think this is going to be a good idea. Yeah, it's 10 grand now, but that 10 grand will turn into 100 grand pretty quickly. So now total, we've got 4 horses. We spent $20,000 getting these horses, and whatever on food, which I think is fairly reasonable. They still haven't really cost us that much money yet, so I think we're doing pretty good. Let's remove you and you. Take Buck and Duke and put them with Tammy and George. There we go. 2 more horses. If we hop into our horse menu. Animal menu. They need a bit more water, which is a given. That's easy. They're going to need a fair bit of oats and some more hay. We have the hay available for them right now, or at least a bale, 4,000 liters worth. But we are definitely going to need some more of both. So let's swing back around, not run over my bale fork, which I already have. It's a very long fork, so we've ran over it multiple times, I guess. Give them some water, because that's an easy thing to do. Throw my pickup truck, apparently, because I am Superman. And that's the downfall of using a PS4 controller, where the throw button and the enter button are both square. And I've never gotten around to remapping it. So it's just that just happens from time to time. I just deal with it. I know it looks bad on camera, and I normally try to cut that out as much as I can, but sometimes it just happens mid-sentence like it did, and I probably won't be able to cut that out. Especially now that I've rambled on about it for a minute. It would be kind of crucial to leave that in. Let's just cut out this way, because we've never gone out this way. It's not really an entrance. And go up to the store. Oh boy. Down at the store, we are going to buy three 3 double pallets of oats, I think, and a couple of hay bales. By a couple, I mean more than what I should really buy. So let's start buying the oats to begin with. Premium horse food. Let's do bulk. Buy 3 of those, that brings us down to $7,417, so I'm not sure how many bales we can actually buy. Apparently 8 square bales is $5,200, so that's not bad. I think we'll go with that, to be honest with you. That'll leave us with very little money, but 8 square bales will do us for a while. And of course, we did not bring our loader down. We might not have had enough room. So I'm going to have to be Superman again and get all this stuff loaded. So, good news everybody. Apparently we have now bought enough stuff from the shop here for them to let us use their telehandler. So, this is good. Really good news. It's more so of a front loader than it is a telehandler. It doesn't have that long of a reach on the extension, but it is better than nothing. So, I have no idea if this thing's going to be strong enough to pick up all 8 bales, but we're going to give it the good old college try. My God, it is. Even though that is a little janky, a little glitchy, but it did let us pick up all 8 bales. Would you look at that? The back end is real light, but it has definitely picked it up. So if we just set her down ever so gently. Just like that. They're not quite perfect anymore, but still not too bad. Get a couple straps on them. That was real easy. That was really easy. Should have seen if they had one of these things a long time ago. This makes me feel like this JCB does pretty alright. If we're ever in the market for a telehandler, we might end up getting a JCB of our own. This thing's pretty neat. Pretty neat. I like it. And this is the big bag handler from the CSZ pack. It is really good. It's also good for like logging and stuff too. Things can get a little glitchy being on it, and especially like if you've strapped something that's not technically on the straps, it can get a little glitchy at times, but it does pretty good for what it is. I really enjoyed using it when I was on console, and I still enjoy using it when I'm on PC. To be honest with you, this is this one tool right here, the big bag lifter, or big bag handler, whatever it's actually called, was the saving grace for most console players. I think it was Farmer Cop was the first person to introduce this to me probably almost a year ago now, actually. It was fairly not very long after Farmer Cop became mainstream. I think he was on like episode 20, or yeah, I think it was like 15 or 20 of his No Man's Land survival series is when I first started watching him. So pretty early on, but I wasn't one of his first subscribers by any means. But he's a pretty good content creator too. If you are in the market for a new content provider of farming simulator content, I would highly recommend checking him out. He is a police officer in real life. He makes some pretty good content over there. Feel free to go check him out. I'm sure he would appreciate it. So let's get this haul back to our farm. Be able to take care of our horses better. It is nice knowing that even though it is raining, we are not playing with seasons. So those 4,000 liter bales that we just bought are not deteriorating while we are transporting them, which is nice. Haha, I missed you this time, dump truck. Don't hit my trailer. Thank you. That dump truck has ruined my day more times than I would like to admit. Look at that. That is a new look to the farm, and I like it. I like it a lot. So, let's just get pulled back into here. We'll have to get the Volvo out and unload everything. Make sure the horses are all fed. With that said, guys, it has been a pretty good episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know I have enjoyed making it. If you have, make sure to hit that like button down below. If you like me and you like the content that I am making, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you don't like me and don't like the content, thanks for watching all the way to the end. I know it must have been agony for you. But there is a button down there for that as well. As I absolutely fail, it couldn't have worked out where I got that in first shot to really make my intro pop or exit pop. No, that's not my luck. So, with that said, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get all this put away, and I'll see you in the next episode. Toodles!